Oh, and she's a nurse, I suppose, or a mad doctor of some sort. So she's gonna know how to do it. Okay. This is very stressful. Hi everyone, welcome to Old Lady Reacts. I'm the old lady, otherwise known as Michelle. I'm a huge movie buff who has seen pretty much everything. I even worked at a video store for a few years, but I somehow skipped over an entire genre of movies. So I created this reaction channel where I react to action and superhero movies and TV shows that I am viewing for the first time. Let's continue our journey with Tom Cruise and watch the next installment of Mission Impossible with MI3. Looks like this one took about 6 years to come out since the sequel was made in 2000. I didn't enjoy Mission Impossible 2 so much. The directing was a bit heavy-handed. The fight scenes were pretty repetitive. And I thought those birds like flying all over the place was just like really weird. The third installment is directed by J.J. Abrams, who is a pretty popular director. Like, I hear so much about him in all of his movies and everything, but I was looking at the quite long list of movies that he's directed, and I have not seen a single one of them. And the only thing that he's produced that I've seen any of is Westworld. So I'm not sure how that happened, but I really continue to be amazed at how many movies and TV shows that I've seen, because I consume a lot of media, and yet there's still like huge swaths that I've just missed completely. It's so weird. I'm interested to see what his directing style is going to be. He didn't direct any of the more recent Mission Impossible movies, but he did executive produce them. So like maybe he and Tom Cruise got along really well, or Tom Cruise liked what he had to contribute to the movies or the feel of them, or who knows. It's a really fun case study though, I'm finding, to have like all these kind of similar characters and storylines just being put into the hands of these very different directors. You know, I liked what Brian De Palma did in the first one, not so much John Woo in the second, so this one could go either way. But I always like a good Tom Cruise adventure flick. You know, I'm a big Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick fan, as well as the older stuff like Risky Business and Cocktail and A Few Good Men. But I still think my favorite of his is still The Firm. Great story and mystery, and it's filled with like fantastic music. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. But he carries the movie so well, and he doesn't seem to do his usually like his usual smiley, charming guy shtick. In the Mission Impossible movies, his Ethan Hunt is a bit more of a serious guy. And so I'm interested to see if there's more focus maybe on character in this third installment, or if it's still just focused primarily on the action. And right before we get started, please support my channel by subscribing so you can finally find me easily and watch more of my videos. So let's dive into Mission Impossible 3. Oh, okay, we're starting in an interesting way.
What I gave you.
I'm going to count to 10. You're going to tell me where the rabbit's foot is, or she dies.
Okay, we're starting rather intensely. I do like Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's like kind of a master at his craft.
I'm gonna kill you. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you. 8!
I don't know that you're in a position to make those kind of threats, dude.
I want to help you get whatever you want, but you got to do what's right. What you know is.
So it is a super shaky camera, but I'm not mad about it because it's starting very intensely, and it's working.
No.
10.
That was the good beginning. I hope they can keep it going. Simon Pegg. Lawrence Fishburne, nice.
He looks so beautiful. Oh, I don't know about that. So is this him?
I hope so.
Here.
I hope so. That's cute.
That Ethan doesn't have his parents anymore either. I got really sad. But it occurred to me that this is about starting.
It's the first time we've heard of any family around him other than the people that he works with.
The ripple effect of that action across a 200-mile stretch of road, because traffic has a memory. It's amazing. It's like a living organism. Freshen that up for you. Was it vodka martini?
Yeah.
Ladies, do you?
Yeah, best to get out of that conversation.
I'd marry him.
I would too.
Okay, so 3.
Can he read lips? Is that what he's doing? So what happened to what's her name from the end of the second movie? Didn't they like walk off together in that park in San Francisco?
I'm psyched that you're gonna be my brother, man. No, it's awesome. I think it's gonna be sick.
That's isn't that Jesse from Breaking Bad?
We'd like to offer you a chance to win an all-expense-paid trip to Mexico.
Now is not a good time.
Hi, Betsy.
So she's supposed to look just like Katie Holmes?
You've got good people for that.
Is that guy, this actor here, is that the guy who played Elliot on E.T.? I can't remember his name. Ooh, fancy. Does anybody know what a disposable camera is anymore? Do they even make them?
This message, let's call it my excellent engagement gift to you, will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck, Ethan, and thanks again.
So yeah, get it away from your face if it's going to self-destruct. That was kind of cool visually. Huge track balls. I love it. So this was, yeah, 2006.
The prize is on the 6th floor.
I'm surprised the agents don't have like trackers like installed in their bodies or something that nobody would know except for them. To make them easier to find if something like this happens.
You've never met her.
Yeah, and the way things are, probably never will. Lucky for her, right? That's what you think.
Yeah, I think he's fine with that. Wondering what those little things are that he's putting on there, like explosives. That guy's been in a bunch of movies. I'm trying to remember what I've seen him in.
This is adrenaline, Lindsay. You're gonna feel this.
I hope so, yeah. That's very Pulp Fiction in that moment there. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. Do grenades really work like that? Because I've seen that in a couple movies lately where like they roll down onto the floor for a minute and then like the person looks at them and then goes, oh crap, and then they have time to run away. Like, I feel like grenades maybe don't work that way really. You guys tell me if that's true or not.
I'm out. How many rounds you got?
Enough. Now not.
That was clever. So she didn't get a chance to have him turn off his transmitter and like tell him what he needed to know, or she wanted him to know at least.
What's wrong with her?
She get implanted with something? Implanted, that was the word I was trying to think of there earlier.
Hurts so much.
Her pupils are really tiny. That's not a good sign. He's flying a helicopter in the midst of a wind farm. That's not a good idea. Something's gonna hit something. There's just propellers everywhere.
When you zap her like that, you'll stop her heart.
And I'll zap her again and bring her back.
Zap her like on her head, or in.
Good, hold on.
Oh jeez! Don't fall out of the helicopter. Isn't there like a door on there? Like, for God's sake! Oh, blades! See, just blades, just flying all over the place. Oh, poor little! Don't hit the sheep. Oh. Too late. Oh yeah, she doesn't look good. So is she the same? That's the actress that's in The Americans, right? I can't remember. Not Kerry Washington. That's different. So, but if you haven't seen The Americans yet, you guys, you need to watch it. Because especially if you like Mission Impossible stuff and all like the spycraft stuff, it's super cool. It's not going to be easy to just come home and act normal. Because I'm assuming that his little fiance doesn't know about his extracurricular activities.
Agent Ferris.
Let's just keep showing how horrible she looks. How about?
Now, I approved Agent Ferris's surveillance op based on your evaluations, Mr. Hunt, of a woman who allowed herself to be captured.
Way to blame the victim, dude. Douche.
This is intelligence. So far, I haven't seen any. You think this op was worth the risk, Mr. Hunt?
Well, they had like an hour to plan it. I mean, things go wrong, I guess.
Wells, not Ellison, in case you want to be cute again. We can't find him.
But that wasn't his mission.
It's never been confirmed the Toxin 5 theft was
Mr. Musgrave, please don't...
Not the point, dude.
And you never slept with your little sister, right?
Maybe it's magnetic. A microdot.
It's old school.
He didn't answer the question.
They're just fried, you know. There's like the
Oh, it's okay. You're so funny.
holes in them and stuff. I always assume it's the anti-god. End of the world kind of stuff, you know.
Of course, because, you know, everything is about the end of the world.
I have to go away again.
That's cool looking.
What are you not telling me?
Is he gonna tell her or not? I don't know that he can.
Tell me it's real.
Follow me.
Thought and prayer.
That's kind of sweet. Okay, maybe get a hotel room. Don't do it in the storeroom at the hospital. That's a little creepy.
I don't know why he's so happy. I did remind him that the Vatican is the Vatican.
Yeah, you can't really get into the Vatican easily. There's a lot of guards there too. And they both speak Italian. That's actually pretty funny. Yeah, I don't think they'd be smiling. They'd still be like, just move, just get the hell out of the way. Yeah, just put a little picture on it. I've seen people do that before in office buildings. Tom Cruise as a priest. I don't think I'd ever buy that, but okay. I suppose if I could buy Jude Law as the Pope, I could buy Tom Cruise as a priest. Nice car.
30 seconds.
Yeah, he's not excited about her. He's excited about parking that car for her.
We have a photo opportunity.
I like her earrings.
But a normal relationship isn't viable for people like us.
I don't agree with that.
Then I'm smarter than you.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. So we get to see them making the mask this time. That's cool. That's fun. It's like the development of the superhero suit, you know, you get to see the mechanics of it. That's cool.
David just picked up a briefcase. We're gonna have to move sooner than we thought.
Those are really cute earrings too, I gotta say.
It's different for me than it is for you. You know? I'm not in the field anymore.
Oh, okay. Here's a retirement present.
You're kind of in the field, dude.
This isn't about you, Ethan. And whoever this girl is.
That's clever about the eyes.
I'm on the move.
It is kind of weird to hear Tom Cruise's voice coming out of Philip Seymour Hoffman's mouth, though. Turn on your voice thing, dude. How are they going to get him down? He's a big guy. Okay. Very carefully is the answer to that question. Oh, are they just going to leave the car?
Pull the car.
It's such a nice car.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Do it.
It's their little hero shot. So far, so good. I mean, it's got good energy and good. The dialogue makes sense, and following the story well. We'll see if they can keep it going for the second half. But
And good work.
Thank you.
oh, is he a bad guy? He doesn't seem happy about that. We'll have to see, I guess. He knows his name now.
This is the last thing you should be concerned about.
Ethan.
Yep, he knows his name now.
The call to Avian came from Brassel's office. It's Brassel.
Say that he's a bad guy. I got that. Oh, don't fall in the water. Don't fall in the water. We don't want to fall in the water. Don't fall in the water. Oh, they're not friendly looking. I don't know that getting down is gonna help you. Ay, ay, ay. That didn't look like a stuntman either, as I know he likes to do his own stunts. I might have to look back at that one and see if I could tell if that was really him or not. But it was a good stunt, because I'm questioning whether it was or not. Bye. That's a good shot, too. That's very cool looking.
Look, it's all good, man. I told him I didn't know where you were, and Julian might, and you should just try at the hospital.
Ugh, dumbass brother. It's always the dumbass brother. Oh, he's gonna wheel her out as a. Oh, it's just right there. Oh, jeez. Oh man, this is a well constructed movie, man. It's getting me all stressed out.
Ethan, get in. We don't want to use force here. You know we will. Ethan, get in.
Tell me you came here.
Ethan!
He's not gonna go with you, I don't think. I don't think he's gonna go with you. We're gonna have to do this the hard way. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. We don't see him get shot very often. I was fully expecting him to get away.
Ethan, at least show me the courtesy of looking at me when I'm talking to you.
Is he a bad guy? He might be the one who actually helps out. I could see that. Okay.
Just,
Okay, so that's good. He's a good guy. You just can't be a good guy right now. So. Oh, we don't like elevator shafts. Elevator shafts are scary. What is it? Die Hard with the elevator shaft, yeah. And Ocean's 11.
Mr. Pavel's.
Oh, that looks like he's in Born on the 4th of July.
For what? A fulcrum.
Oh, you gonna swing? No.
I was gonna say, he's gonna George of the Jungle that thing.
And we have 2 hours before they kill my wife.
Like 2 hours? Good. Okay, it took a long time to get to Shanghai from where they were. I did think it was interesting he was doing the math on the thing. Like, you don't think about like whole like spycraft of like the geometry, like needing to know like all of the math and the. So is he going? Okay, so I thought he was going straight down for a second, but he's going like at an angle. I was gonna say, I don't know that parachute's gonna do much good. Okay, well that works, but is it pulling him? Is it gonna pull him down now? Poor guy. I would say it must be like it's going to pull him down or out again. He needs one of those suits. What are those little like wing suits that they base jump off of? Oh, Jesus. Don't lean out the door like that. Good God. The door's just going to close on you, I think. That is a very long limo. You don't see those much. They need more these days. Oh, I don't want to see it. Oh no, oh no, oh, yikes, okay. And that's why it's got a little bit of a nosebleed.
I'm gonna count to 10. You're gonna tell me where the rabbit's foot is. Or she dies.
What I love about like the two of them is that Philip Seymour Hoffman has that direct focus that Tom Cruise has. Like one of the things that makes Tom Cruise like a really interesting actor is that he has this like sharp, direct focus, that he's not afraid to like make eye contact with people, and like he has this like I just keep saying focus, but And Philip Seymour Hoffman has that too, and he matches Tom Cruise equally.
10.
That tear was very effective. Oh. How is he there?
It's complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say.
No, don't you touch her! Don't you touch her!
Oh, what the hell?
You use him. Collaborate with him.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Democracy wins.
Oh dear. He's not gonna let that fly. Can you do that to handcuffs? So like just like with a pen? He runs strangely like bent back almost. Like his posture is stiff for a runner. But you know, yet another movie where Tom Cruise like runs flat out full speed. Because I heard a thing where he does that in basically every movie. Just runs full speed. And he does it in Top Gun Maverick. If you haven't seen it yet, he does that too.
Your left. The signal bearings ±3.
Do they have satellite of these streets that specifically? Like, they're the Mission Impossible people. Like, they know, I suppose they know all these back streets, but I wouldn't think so. It's certainly not in Google Earth. Jesus. Oh, don't do that. Oh, that's the thing in his head. Oh, geez. He's got like 5 minutes now. Like, how long did the other chick have to get it out? Oh, he's right there. Okay. That's not good.
But I'm gonna kill her in front of you.
He's so cold about it too. He's so good. That's why he's such a good villain. He does such a minimal amount. He knows exactly. There was a gun on the floor there. Did he get it at the right spot so he could grab the gun? Or, oh, is he going to grab the gun? Okay, something happened. Yikes. Don't go outside. There's like medical stuff for you to... Oh. Okay. Oh, and he lost his shoe. That's a thing, like when you get hit by a car, I guess, or things like you get... Yeah, like go back inside. There's like medical stuff to get the thing out of your head. Like the people's shoes fly off, which I've never seen it happen in person, thankfully, but...
On, Ethan. What do those men want from you?
Yeah, don't explain now. We got other issues right now. We don't need to know now. No, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that.
Just stay with me.
You gotta get that thing out of your head though, dude. Like it's been, you got like 30 seconds there.
Ethan, who are these people? What the hell are we...
Stop asking questions right now.
It's a very accurate close-range weapon. Don't point it at me.
Yeah, don't point it at me. Oh, he's gonna take like the power from the neighborhood.
Push this button. The empty bag falls out. Shove the other one.
No, this is a very bad time for a lesson on what to do with a gun.
I have a charge in my head. I'm gonna die unless you kill me.
What?
Throw the switch on and off. Don't forget the off.
Don't forget the off. Yeah, that's kind of an important point. Yeah, bite on something. That's probably a good idea.
I love you.
Okay. We don't have time for that. Oh, Lord. Oh, it's like a little mirror. She's smart. Oh. Was that, what's his name? It was. Oh, and she's a nurse, I suppose, or a doctor of some sort. She is going to know how to do it. Okay. This is very stressful. Oh, wait, there's 4 more movies. We know he's not going to die.
You did that? Wow.
Yeah, it's impressive. She did well for somebody who didn't know how to use a gun.
I work for an agency.
So yeah, maybe a little explanation is called for right now, I think, yeah.
What does that stand for?
Impossible Mission Force.
Not the International Monetary Fund, which always, IMF always makes me think of that.
What is it?
Promise me you'll stay, I'll tell you.
So you don't necessarily get to know. There's that cocky smile. So is there something at the end that keeps the story going? Have they figured out post-credit scenes yet? Apparently not. I do like those post-credit scenes. It makes me kind of sad when they're not there. It's like I want to know what the next thing is. Although I think the next movie didn't come out for like another 5 years or so. So I guess we'd have to wait and see. Mission Impossible 3 has a 71%, 69% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And I am shocked by that because I thought that was a really great action movie. Like, I mean, it was 0 to, well, not 60, but more like 200, 0 to 200 per hour, miles per hour in 2.3 seconds. And it stayed at that speed for the entire 2 hours. And that's what I liked about it. You know, there was very little to break the tension. And it did well at building it and making like the stakes kind of grow along with the anxiety of it. You know, but it was go time before the opening credits, and they didn't feel the need to stop and explain much. But it had a decent plot. I understood what was going on. Everyone had motivations and characters that you understood well enough to get a taste of who they really were without needing to be too detailed about it. I really liked the whole segment in the Vatican with the spycraft in there. Those scenes were all really, like, they seemed really well constructed, and I understood exactly what they were trying to do and what was happening. The relationship between Ethan and Julia was set up really well, and you could tell like they were really kind of sweet to each other. So I bought the intensity of the stakes in that scene where Davian kills her. And I liked that Julia was a bit of a damsel in distress, but she also gets to take a role in the action in the end. And she got some good shots in, you know, and then she saves his life in the end. So, you know, it had a good balance for me. And I really liked the scene where the thing's about to explode in his head, but he has to explain to her how to use the gun. I thought that was really good. It makes sense, because she wouldn't know how to use a gun. I wouldn't know what to do if somebody handed me a gun with like that. But I'm glad in this one that there was only one mask switcheroo, because that got really worn out in the last movie. It irritated me so much that they did it so many times. But it worked here. They did it just the once, and you kind of forgot about that because, you know, the Philip Seymour Hoffman mask had been used so early in the film, and then this one was later. But I did like the bad guy switcheroo, and they did really well at keeping me on my toes about who the mole was. Like, I really did think it was Brassel for quite a while. I mean, basically until Musgrave sat down and said, "It's complicated," which I gotta say, that's a good line. I like that dialogue. Oh, and I have to correct myself. Getting the actors wrong again. Oh, here we go. That was Billy Crudup, and the kid in E.T. is Henry Thomas. But they do look quite a bit alike, so I think I get a pass on that one. But Billy Crudup is pretty transformative as an actor. He's amazing and Almost Famous. But I would never have figured out that these two roles were played by the same actor. That was really, really cool. And that was Kerry Russell as Lindsay. And you need to go watch The Americans right now if you haven't. All right, seriously, get on that, because if you like the Mission Impossible movies, you'll love The Americans. It's really a shame that we didn't get more interaction between Davian and Ethan, or just more dialogue from Davian about like what he was doing or with his henchmen or whatever, so that we could just see more of Philip Seymour Hoffman. I think he was a bit underutilized here, but he's such a complete and like deliberate actor. You know, I couldn't help but like want him to be more on the screen. But like I was saying before, you know, he has that intensity of focus that matches Tom Cruise really, really well. And it would have been fun to see even more of that, I think. But maybe I just need to go watch Almost Famous for like the 6th time and get more of Philip Seymour Hoffman and Billy Crudup, because that's a fabulous movie that they're both in. But overall, yeah, I thought Mission Impossible 3 was super fun. Very intense action, but not overloaded with hand-to-hand fights. they didn't feel the need, the big need to end with this like super long hand-to-hand fight, which, you know, we've seen over and over now, and we saw it a lot in the last movie. It's just never a highlight for me. I've seen it too many times. I thought the directing though was really unobtrusive, and it just like let the actors and the gadgets and the plot shine and be the center focus. J.J. Abrams wasn't showing off of how like, oh, tour director he could be. He was just making a good movie, telling a good story. So thanks, Patrick, for reminding me to get back to the Mission Impossible movies. This was a pretty good one. I enjoyed it. So here's another of my reactions to watch that you might like. If you enjoyed this reaction, hit the thumbs up button and the bell button to be notified when I post more. Thanks for watching with me.